Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be going over the new market that I'm entering. I've been telling you guys I've been switching up my style this year, going for something that is like super sustainable and super scalable. So I'm going to be talking about how I'm entering a market that just page one alone is doing $500,000 a month in sales. So let's get into it. We're going to be going over how I found that market and how you could find markets like that too. Alright guys, so here we are, we're right on Amazon, and we're actually going to be going over how I found this market, right? So you're going to start right in Amazon, and all you're going to need for this method is just some way of pulling up sales, right? So that could be Helium 10, Jungle Scout. I always use Jungle Scout, and if you want to use what I use, there'll be a link in the description for Jungle Scout. Get 20% off, use my link. Or you could use something like, what's that other one? Helium 10 Viral Launch, right? So Viral Launch, anything like that'll work. You don't need a web app. You don't need the criteria. So we'll just be typing into Amazon to use this method. I did get a new webcam. Hopefully you guys are enjoying that. I've been kind of rolling with just like my computer's webcam for a long time. I was like, you know what, $10,000, it's probably time to start going quality over quantity. So we have a fully HD webcam. Wow. So we're going to be going over this method right now. I'll stop rambling. So the way that this works, right? So let's just talk about the philosophy of why I'm doing this first. I've been kind of misled myself, right? I just do what the people that are ahead of me are doing, and then I teach you what I'm doing and what my results have been, right? So what that is historically, the past few years, people have been saying, right, go find a market, myself included, that does 10K to 20K a month in sales, or maybe, 5 to 15K a month in sales, with the max seller not doing more than 25 or something, right? And go find a market with less than 75 reviews for every seller. If someone has over 75 reviews, don't try and compete, blah, blah, blah. Go find it on Alibaba, bundle it, and sell it. So I'm going to be going over why we can do quite the opposite of that. You guys probably heard the saying, go against the masses, right? Study the masses, do the opposite. That's what we're doing here. Everyone's looking for those 5 to 15K a month products. And yeah, you can make money doing that. That's what I'm doing currently, right? I don't currently have a product that's doing more than 15K a month in sales. All my products are those tiny little 5 to 15K a month products. And my whole philosophy has been like, well, I'll just launch 50 of those, right? So if I want to do 6 figures per month, I got to launch tons of these smaller products. But I just saw a success story on YouTube lately. And then one of my own students is having his own success story in a bigger market. And it just kind of changed my perspective. And I've been already thinking about this for a month. And I just found my product that is in a big market that I'm going to go ahead and launch. So let's go over this. The way that we are doing this is we're going to go into the Amazon search bar, and you're going to search a generic market. I'm going to call this like the mother market, right? So this doesn't have to be, and I'll try and just think of something off the top of my head here, but this doesn't have to be the market that you're going to sell in. It will be the mother market that you're selling in, but you're going to refine a niche within that bigger market. And that's going to be your competitive advantage to getting into this market, right? So like if I wanted to do something, let's say like maybe home and kitchen, like kitchen would be the first, or maybe kitchen, scissors, timers, maybe do like kitchen gadgets, right? So that's pretty broad, and I don't know what I was going for there. Kitchen gadgets, right? That's not a specific product, right? You don't sell just kitchen gadgets, but look, this like looks pretty fun in here. There's a bunch of different styles of stuff, right? This is kind of what we want. It's just a big, broad market. And let's go ahead and pull up Jungle Scout right on this page. So this is exactly how I started. Now I didn't search kitchen gadgets. I searched something else, but it was just as broad and actually in the same realm, home and kitchen. So here we go. We're pulling up Jungle Scout. Again, if you don't have Jungle Scout, there will be a link in the description. They have tons of cool stuff. They just came out. If you didn't see my last video, I'll link that in the description. It's how to steal your competitor's supplier, right? So we could look at this guy. He's doing 150K a month. We could click on this right here, and I'm not going to go over that now, but it'll actually show us his supplier. So you can see the suppliers right there, and we'd be able to go look at those exact products. So here's what we're going to do. Now here's what I actually did is I went into a market this big, and then I sorted by monthly sales. So basically we're just looking at the highest demand things, right? What is selling like crazy, right? So 11,000 a month. Now, a surge protector is a little too broad, and I wouldn't really know how to enter that. So I'd probably say no. So you're still going to use logical reasoning here, right? You're going to be practical and say, you know, they're only $8. I'm really looking for something that's more like $35. So I don't want to sell that. This is $5. Okay, $39. Now, that's a Hamilton Beach is a massive brand, so I'm probably not going to compete there. So you're still going to use this logic that we've been teaching throughout my courses, and maybe if you've been learning from someone else, where you're going to still think about the product in a way of, can I compete here? Do I have an edge on innovation? Can I differentiate this? Is there any big names here? Is the price right? So those criteria are all still sound, right? I think the fundamentals that we've been practicing as Amazon FBA sellers are right. We've got it down to a pretty good science, but I think there's a mentality breakdown once you start seeing huge numbers. You just think you can't compete, right? But why wouldn't you want a product to do 150,000, right? This person didn't start with 3,000 reviews. This person started with 0 reviews, and they got it to be this big. So if someone can do that, we can do that, right? We're going to apply the same mentality that I applied when I was first starting 18 months ago, almost 2 years ago now, right? I was like, wow, Tanner J. Fox is crushing it, right? He's 20 years old and he's doing $50,000 a month on Amazon. That's insane. I've never made that in 3 years combined, right? I was working a part-time job. I was like 17, 18 years old learning how to do this. Wow, that's amazing, right? So if he can do it, I can do it. And he had the same mentality. If other people can do it, he could do it. So now a lot of us have done that, right? We've gotten to that 10K a month part, and a lot of people plateau because it's like you get discouraged. You can't keep finding 10 to 20K a month products that are actually liable. There's so much competition there. There's even more competition here, but look at the upside, right? So I've ranked products where the max they were ever going to do was 9K a month in sales. Real low competition markets, right? Easy to rank, but really not much room for scaling. And there's kind of a letdown there, right? It's like, oh, cool, right? Like I'm selling 11 a day, but I'll never sell more than that. This market plateaued a long time ago, and there's never going to be more customers really than there is now. Maybe 1 or 2% annually, but that's probably it. This product will never do more than that, no matter how much I spend on ads. So I would love to get into a market, right? You could still do 10K a month in a market that has potential to do $250,000 a month. But once you're at 10K, you could say, okay, what have I done to get here? Now let's double down, maybe optimize my pictures a little bit more, optimize my keywords, and then make a big push on PPC to start getting a little bit more aggressive, and then maybe get that product to do 20 or 30K a month. And then that's not even the max, right? So there's this exciting thrill of being able to keep scaling and eventually having one product doing 100K a month, right? It's being done. Right? Like people are like, that's not possible. Well, look, people are doing it right now. Maybe we won't use Hamilton Beach because that's just silly of me, because right, they're leveraging their brand name. But Home Hero doing 144,000 a month, that's a private label seller. Tovolo, like these sellers are just everyday sellers like me and you. Maybe they're small companies, but that's it. Right? If they can do it, we can do it. So let's apply that principle. We're going to look through here, and I'm actually going to try and find something that I think would be cool. What was that? Stainless steel bar of soap. Okay, that's only $6. And I'm still applying my same principles that I always have been, right? So you could, if you know how to do product research normally, you could do this. You're just looking what's unique, right? These are all, and we have it ranked by monthly sales, right? So it's not by revenue, it's actually by sales. So we're looking at the number of people interested in this product. A microwave cleaner, steam cleaner doll. Okay, that's kind of interesting. A microwave cleaner. So maybe like what I would do generally is I'll open up another Amazon page here, and then maybe I'll do microwave cleaner. Angry Mama. Okay, microwave cleaner steam. So people are actually searching for that Angry Mama thing. So now we probably couldn't sell exactly that. Is that supposed to be Trump? That's kind of funny. So let's go ahead and see. So these are just microwave cleaner dolls, and it's actually pretty low competition. There's people on page 1 with 2 reviews. So now again, there's a volcano. Someone differentiated there. This looks like a really low price market, and this is probably a bad example. But I think I was more so just interested in this because it was kind of funny than anything. Yeah, this is like the opposite of what we want, right? I'm talking about finding a product that does $500,000 a month. So by the way, let me break that down for you for a second. When I pulled up Jungle Scout, it only loaded 32 results. I don't know why sometimes it does 62. Out of 32 results, I went like this, okay? I clicked menu, I did download CSV, and then I got the sum of that whole column of revenue. It was 500, it was around, I'm rounding, $500,000 in revenue just for page one. And the reviews, no one had more than 200. And the differentiation that I'm going to be doing, there's only 2 sellers selling this niche product, right? Someone's using this, or not a vast majority, but a minority of the people that are buying out of this $500,000 market are buying this very specific type of this product that is actually a completely different shape for a different use. And there's only 2 sellers. Neither of them have over 50 reviews, and they're both doing 30K a month. So people want this differentiation, and people have actually been bringing it up in reviews of some of the couple hundred reviewed listings. So that's a good point to make, right? Go read the reviews. Like, this is not new advice, but this is how you figure these things out. And then don't chicken out, right? Like, if you're going to enter a market this big, you have to go at it with some level of blind confidence, and you have to go at it with knowing why yours is better. So you got to carve out a niche, right? This is a very relevant topic because it's almost October, so people are going to be carving pumpkins, right? I'm carving niches out of massive revenue markets. That's going to be my carving for this year. So we're going to find markets that are doing, let's say, I don't know, like this is kitchen gadget. I keep, I'm going back and forth between talking and looking. If I was just looking and not explaining everything, wine condoms. Okay, that's kind of funny. I don't know what that is. I don't drink, but sounds funny. Utensils are big. What's that? So it's a dish drying rack. It's a little cheap. And then we're starting to fade out in our results here. So maybe we don't do kitchen gadgets, right? Maybe we just do here. Let's use another word, right? Let's just do decor. That's it. Like just decor. Okay, so then what you're going to do is you're going to then pull up Jungle Scout just on this home page, right? We're going to see best-selling products that are doing, this is where you'll find these huge numbers, right? So if you go to niche from the beginning, if you're using words like, glow-in-the-dark decor, then you're probably not going to be hitting these big markets. So you have to go broad to find these markets and then go niche within these markets. So right here, I see someone doing $33,000 a month with 24 reviews. So the moon phase garland. Okay, so then we would come over here to our research tab and we would do moon phase garland. Now again, that's not doing 100K a month, but let's go see what it's all about. I believe I've actually seen this product a couple months ago. I don't remember how it was doing. So I see a 30, I see a 40. We gotta wait for it to load more. Let's see, come on. And now this is more of a traditional market, right? So yeah, there's people doing 28. There's people doing 33, there's people doing 10, there's someone doing 40. That's not the right product. So yeah, this is more of a traditional market, but might be worth looking into. So someone go look into this, because this is not what we're going over, so I'm not going to keep going into it, but it does look decent. Okay, so we could come through here, right? We've done these before in a case study, the mason jar wall decor. So it's doing $88,000 a month. Right? Here's another one. It looks like the exact same thing. This one's doing $100,000 a month. Fake plant, okay. LED window curtain. Let's see. Relaxation fountain. Did I sort these by sales? No, let's go by sales again. So that's kind of what we're doing to see the highest demand. So 20,000 people a month are buying from this listing alone. That's kind of crazy, isn't it? And they're only at $15. So let's just do an LED window curtain. LED window curtain. And let's go see, right? Because don't get scared away because that guy has 5,000 reviews. It's okay. If you're going into a market this big, that's going to happen. We have to carve out a need that's not being met yet. And then that's the reason that people will look for it. I was talking to my girlfriend last night and she was looking for a faux leather belt, right? So she's looking for this belt and she said, I've been looking for, I've looked through 10 pages of results and I don't see what I'm looking for. People will go hunt down the product that meets their needs, even if it has 18 reviews. If they're 5-star reviews, it's 18 reviews in a market where there's someone with 4,000 reviews. If you've carved out your niche correctly, right? She doesn't want a leather belt. She wants a faux leather belt. If you go find a good quality faux leather belt that has good reviews, even if it has 20 and everything else has hundreds, if not thousands, people are going to buy that, right? That's what we mean by carving out the market. So I got excited today because I found something. I have it written down right next to me. If you could take this camera and point it right there, you'd see what I'm doing. I just found it an hour ago. I got this idea to shoot this video because I wanted to share with you what I'm doing, like keeping you guys up to date. And I have been talking a while here, and now we could keep looking through here. You know what, let's go a little longer. I'm having some fun today. So how would we figure out, so first of all, let's try to go monthly revenue. So there's that huge guy, and there's someone doing 65, someone doing 50. So that was his differentiation, right? 145 reviews fighting against 4,000 reviews because his is LED, okay? Very good differentiation. Again, color changing, right? So there's the warm tone. 90 reviews doing 30K a month. 80 reviews doing 30K a month. 99 reviews doing 25. So this is a really good example, guys, right? So there's massive number of people coming to this market. There's thousands and thousands and thousands of people coming, right? 20,000 people coming, 4,000, 13,000, 18,000. That's just single listings, right? I've sold in markets where there was 4,000 customers total. And that's, talk about room for scalability, right? You could come and actually steal these people's sales if you do the right thing. And there's actually a room to price up too. This guy's at $35.99 because of his differentiation. How cool is that? He actually came in, and not only does he only have 145 reviews, he's charging twice what the best seller is charging with 4,000 reviews, and selling a third or a quarter of what this person's selling, or a fifth of what this person's selling. That is massive. 50K a month, right? Say he's even doing a 30% margin. This guy's doing 17K a month in profit from one product. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. And we could do so too. Let's just find an example of someone who's doing something a little bit differently. There's actually not that many that I see popping up. So a good way to figure out what to do differently is actually just go to Alibaba and then actually search. I don't know what I just did. Oh, LED shower curtain. Why was I searching that? LED window curtain. See, that could be another that could be another differentiation, an LED shower curtain. You know what? I just said that, and I said it as a joke, but I want to see. LED shower curtain. That's kind of cool. Wow, I want to order that. A color changing LED shower head. That's cool. I would buy that. I don't know how I would hook it up, but okay, those are peaches. That is not LED shower curtain. Okay, so maybe this market doesn't exist, right? So okay, I'm gonna stop now. I get carried away with product research. It is a passion of mine. It's a passion. So let's see here. So it's literally just opaque shower curtains with lights behind them. That's not that hard. Why do I keep calling them shower curtains? I know people are gonna start looking at me weird. LED shower curtains. No. So what I was saying is, what you can actually do is come in here and, okay, no one's done blue, I don't think, right? With someone doing blue, that's a differentiation. So these are about $9. Okay. They're probably not that heavy because it's just a thin fabric and lights. What I was saying is you could come in here and you could actually look for differentiations and just see what's not being done on Amazon by seeing what's being done here. A lot of times suppliers are smart, right? Suppliers will differentiate their products so people will buy theirs instead of the best-selling supplier. So if you could find a supplier that's already doing really well, or if we use Jungle Scout's feature to go back and find a supplier, then there you go. Now you just have to think of ways to differentiate, right? You could use some of the resources I have in my product research course, which will be one of the links in the description, to figure out how to differentiate this. I'm going to wrap this video up here, guys. Hopefully you took a lot away from this. If I could, pass on one piece of information from this video. If you've stuck around this long, please like and subscribe. You're awesome for staying the whole video. I know there's a lot of nonsense and rambling, but that's just me, always keeping it real. So if you could take away one thing from this video, set your goals a little higher, right? I was just reading the 10X rule by Grant Cardone recently. And if you set a goal for $1 million a year instead of $100,000 a year, and you even come a third of the way to hitting your goal, you 3x'd your previous goal. Does that make sense? So if I go into a market where the max I could do is 20K a month, why don't I 10X that and say, let me go into a market where I could do 200,000 a month. Even if I fall, even if I get 20% of the way there to 200K a month, then I doubled my last goal. I'd be doing 40K a month. So do you see how that works? Right, go into a massive market and you could still apply the same principles. Differentiate yourself, set yourself aside, price competitively, and then market it with PPC, get initial reviews, and it's the same process, right? We're just gonna take it slower. You would rank for slower, lower keywords first, right? I wouldn't go right for, if I was doing LED window curtain, I wouldn't spend all my money on the LED window curtain. I would keyword scout and see what things are that have 1/10 of the amount of searches as this, and then get number one for 20 different smaller keywords. And then once I have that sales velocity, then I would start attacking the big one. So these are just little nuggets of information for you guys. If you want to learn more about exactly how I sell on Amazon, you could go take either of my courses. They'll be in the description. They're both free, so go in there. There's no paywall you have to go through. They are donation based, so if you appreciate the fact that I did that, you could donate, but you don't have to. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and as always, I'll see you in the next one.